why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1970.
Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself on the show this evening as my two big muckers, Big Stevie and the one and only South Side. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Ox. Good to be back in my big mucker tonight, Wednesday night, and good evening to everyone listening in this evening.
Welcome to the big station, serving the nation. Yes, indeed, it is Dream Team Wednesday. How you doing, lads? All right?
Yes, mate. Yes. How are you, South Side?
Aye, good, mate. Aye, no bad.
And how are you, Big Stevie? Your supper has caused a lot of debate online, I believe.
I didn't half. I seen some of the comments, but I paid the price. No, I was on my hands and knees last night when I nearly off scrubbing an oven out. No thanks to the Glasgow Rangers, though.
Brilliant. Could only happen to us.
Oh, you've no idea, man. This house just went bonkers. Honestly, we went absolute bonkers in this house last night, man. It went mental, and then I forgot about the pies, didn't I? That was that. Anyway, no sense in crying over spilled milk. As long as the Rangers done well, that was it. Happy days.
Yeah, happy days. South Side, we're quite enough to criticise. We critique games and we're looking at positives and negatives. There's been a lot of negatives. Last night's game, I think the positives outshone the negatives, mate.
Aye, I think so. Ox, I thought it was a decent display for the lineup that he started with. He obviously set out the team the way he wanted them to play. I think we done all right, to be honest. They were a far better team than what Hearts were on the Saturday, and we weren't so good that day, although we still created chances. But I think we showed a bit of a better performance in spells in the game, and we still created a good few chances.
Stevie?
Aye, I can't argue very much about what my wingman's just said there, but I thought we'd done the off-the-ball stuff a lot better. Tracking back, fighting and tackling. I've got to say, a lot more positive than it was on Saturday in Edinburgh. I've got to say.
Okay, we started the game maybe slightly ahead and with opportunities, and I think that came ahead. There was a couple of moments we could have scored. A pass into Dessers makes a nice touch for Lawrence, sees the drive South Side, decent move, and then one comes into right at the back post. And I said it last night, and I'll say it again. I think it was one of the times he influenced the game. He done well. He did it down to Dessers, who he done a Dessers, mate. He hesitated in the box. And if you're going to shoot, it's going to be first time. And the chances went. But we're playing decent stuff early on, really early on in the game, Southside.
Aye, I thought we started off bright. I think within 2 minutes, we had their goalkeeper making a save. It was a good sort of link-up play, a good pass back to the edge of the box for Dessers. I know Tom Lawrence was having a defender sort of going to put pressure on him, but he managed to get the strike away. He was unlucky, he just hit it straight as he was looking and could have tried to put it in a corner. But it was a good start, and obviously the one that Dessers sort of let him come across, I think he tried to take a touch and then he was going to swivel, but the ball had just went by him in the 6-yard box. The chance was sort of lost, but I thought the shape was good, as Stevie said. I thought half the ball was good. I think most of the players took the instruction on. Now and again we were a bit slack with passes, but I thought half the ball we were certainly working a lot harder, better than the second half and the first half. But in the first half, where we started, I thought we started pretty good on the front foot, Ox, to be honest.
Stevie, how do you see the start of the game?
Aye, I thought we started great. I thought we started all right. When you're you're getting a shot away like that right away, and you're letting the opposition know, no, we're not here to just sit back, you know. I thought, that's good. We're playing a wee bit of a mind game with them, getting after a good start, having a dig at their goal right away. Aye, I thought we'd done all right, Ox, and I've got to, can I just commend the Rangers for travelling support? I could hear them on the telly. I kept turning it up. The boys were singing their hearts out, the ones that went, and just believe me when I say, me and Southside were talking off air. Some of the boys had to get through. Some of them wasn't even home yet, and they'll not get home because of certain flights and everything else. So I've got to tip my cap to the troops that went. Well done, boys, and thanks for your support.
Trains, planes, and automobiles, mate. It's no easy, is it?
Oh, better believe it's no. No.
It's no easy.
No.
Listen, so we then had made a good spell, not a great spell, but a good spell. We kept the ball right, and it was captivated when McCausland hit the post. Great effort for the young man Southside, let's be honest. And he done okay. He wasn't fantastic, but if that were in, it was a fantastic goal. But he done okay, the young man.
Aye, I thought he played the shape well. He tried to press when it was on, and then he obviously, you see, he was trying to cover back as well to help Tav, because he had players moving on and a bootman behind him. But I thought at the time he kept his shape well off the ball, and he was really unlucky. It's his weaker foot as well. I was just, when I seen him cut inside and then he got the break of the ball off the boy, and I thought, what you got to do now? And then he just tried to curl one right into the top corner, and he was unlucky. That is the ability he's got, Ox, when he's a wee bit more central in the park. But out in the wing, I thought up until he took off, he'd done a good shift for the Rangers.
Right.
Then they started coming into it, Stevie, didn't they? They got a foothold in the game. They got a goal chopped off around about the same time, and the game had developed. It was deserved to be chopped off. They started showing that they weren't a bad side.
Aye. Listen, you're always expecting them to kind of take a stranglehold of the game at some point, aren't you? You know, I mean, they've got a lot of internationals in their team. They're not a bad, I know they're young, but they're not a bad side at all. Can I just get back to McCausland, Ox? McCausland's got that in his locker. I like the way the boy dips that shoulder, cuts in the way. He's always looking for that shot, always. And most of the time he'll just pass it, but he was so unlucky with that dig got hit the post. The keeper was more or less rooted, wasn't he? He tried to get to him, but let's be honest, he was nowhere near it. If it was on target,
it was a fabulous effort, mate. Fabulous effort.
Brilliant. But them, definitely, Ox, they were a good side, a lot of internationals, and it was all a matter of time before they started maybe kind of dictating the play a wee bit. You're expecting that, aren't you, in Europe?
Aye, we got the break when their goal was offside. You know, aye, there was no debating it. Even the VAR guy's drunk would have noticed that Southside.
He probably, aye. Aye, they were two of them were standing that shared line. At the time, it was hard to tell whether they were or they weren't, because the bog is in the net and you think, no, here, what happened there? I hope that's half. But once you'd seen it again, you could tell the two of them were miles offside. The break was deserved.
Bit of luck there, obviously. It was offside, yeah. So we moved on, and I don't know what you felt. I felt it was just going to peter out the half. It was getting close to half time, and then individual errors Southside it.
Aye, listen, we walked the ball out for the back a few times. Sometimes we punted the ball long in that first half. One or twice it went to a player. Sometimes it went straight to their goalkeeper. And at times we tried to walk it out. We were patchy a couple of times. I think it was after they got the goal. But that was the thing. When Ridvan lost possession, it opened the play up, and they had players running. 4 of them, I think, at the end up were running off the ball into space. And it was a good cross our box, to be honest. Suter maybe could have stuck his leg out, tried to block it, but they put it in between him and the goalie. I thought maybe even Butland could try to sort of get a horn on it or something, maybe dive out, see if he could get a hand on it. But it happens that quick, Ox, and the boy picked Jan Malenko out, and unfortunately for us, it cost us the goal.
Listen, I mean, all goals can be prevented, Stevie, but if we score that goal, you think your strikers made good movement, yeah. Could we have defended it better? Of course we could. But, you know.
Aye, we had Van Loo's possession, as Southside says, and they turn it out that quick. They've got a wee bit of pace up front, and they turned it out quick, and the boy put it right between they put it right in between their defensive line. Our goalie is where you want it to be, and it causes problems. But you've got to, as you said, if it happened up the other end of the park, we'd be saying it was a good goal, a good finish. But we know Suter and Balogun are blessed with pace, let's be honest. We know they've not got a lot of pace. And they just turned the ball that quick and got it moving. A good cross across the defence, and the boy taps it in. 1-0 down. No, what can you do there? No.
Aye. Should I mention John Suter? Would that be wrong? Well, I'll be kind of. Let's say he's had a rusty start of the season. Would that be fair, Stevie?
Aye. Listen, I'll put my 10 bob in. The big one's got to be better. The big one's got to be better than what he's been. I just think he looks lethargic, slow. He's no showing it. For me, he's just no showing it. And he's got to step it up. He's really got to step it up. Because I'll tell you what, if this big boy proper comes in, I would have Balogun playing with him. So I would. That's who I would have. I thought Balogun was my man in the match, but I'm not one to it. Obviously, we'll talk about that, no?
We're coming up, right? Southside?
Listen, he had a few shaky moments. Big Suter at times, some of his passing, and was probably the one that let him down. Listen, he won a few headers in our box and they put in some high balls. He managed to get his head on it before certain strikers or midfielders got on it. But on the whole, you're looking for him to sort of passing had to be better at times. Balogun had a couple of moments in the game where I thought, big, what you getting up to? But he said he'd done and he knuckled away big. Balogun and put in a great performance again. But Suter, he's a wee shaky. Listen, you're in Europe, you're against good players, they were a pressing team. So you have to sort of be a bit more focused at times, you think, try and just make sure you make the pass quicker at times. But on the whole, listen, they troubled us more in the first half than they did the second half, let's be honest, because the goal changed the game for them. The next 5 minutes after that, I thought we were a wee bit ropey to start with, just for a couple of minute spells. They were brighting on us and that. But listen, it's a learning curve for them on it. It's a better opposition you were playing on Saturday. So he got away with it that night. He got away with it, big man. He got away with it.
And young Redvan, he had a shaky moment around about the goal either side there. Yeah, obviously he gave the ball away cheaply for the goal. He didn't have a lot of options, but sometimes you've just got to clear it Southside.
Even if he put it out for a throw-in or tried something like that just to not lose the ball, because the damage was done once he lost the ball. And he had a couple of passes just after we lost the goal. He tried to try to play one into Barron in the middle of the park, and he just played it straight to one of their players. I think he had a shot at goal out of the bar. And I think Butland had a save after that, didn't he, when they scored? They set a one up at the edge of your box. They played a nice wee sort of 1-2, and the boy drilled it with his left foot. But apart from that, we've seen the half out at the end up. We had to win 1-0 down, mate. We couldn't lose another one in that period of time.
That was the shakiest part of the game. Just after they scored the goal and up to half time, Steve, here.
Aye, you're thinking, please don't get another one, just get in 1-0 and regroup and take it by there, and lo and behold, that's what happened. So we got to half time 1-0 down Ox, and as you're saying there, I was a wee bit nervous after they scored because you're thinking 2-0, please don't, because then you could collapse after that, you know what I mean? But so no, we got to half time 1-0.
So we made the substitution at half time. Scott Wright comes on, goes off. Well, could have come on. And Yefty comes on. A lot of people would have questioned it. But our Mystic Fox had predicted it Southside, didn't he?
He did. He says to me after the show on Monday, I would have played Yefty wide left, he says to me. And I thought about it and I went, well, you might be right, Fox. Maybe he could have played out there, but I wasn't thinking down that line at the time.
always don't heed crystal balls. You know what I mean?
Aye. But no, listen, he came on and he done well, didn't he? He put in some lovely crosses as well. And he tracked back and helped Ridvan, and they sort of started to sort of get a wee partnership together, and it sort of shut them down on that right-hand side for the second half, Ox, to be honest. They didn't come down as often as they did in the first half.
And we started keeping the ball well, and his crossing gave us a lift, if I'm honest, Stevie.
100%. Oh, he made an impact in the game yesterday when he came on. Have we stumbled across something else, just like Big Sterling in the midfield? Have we stumbled across something there?
Are you saying that Sterling's a midfield player, Stevie?
Oh, 110%. He's our number 6 that we're looking for. Big Sterling, get him in there. He's our holding midfielder, man. Just get the big man. Powerful, pace, can tackle. People fear him. No, that's what we're looking for. He's there.
I've always said you're a great choice, great judge of football player. Southside.
He's gone to right back as soon as we get a right number 6. He used to just quit while he's are ahead. And he's know this. And by the way, he did come on and he changed the game in parts. He done well when he came on. And I did say in my team selection on the Monday night, if he would play a 3, I would probably, if he was fit enough, I would stick Sterling in there beside Barron and Diamande.
Did he look fit enough for you last night, Southside? Did he look fit that he's now going to be back playing in the team? That's what yeah?
Aye, well, I'm hoping that he's had that wee this row under his belt when he got on and played, but you'd like to think he'll take part on Saturday going forward at some point. I maybe know the full game, but we'll maybe more see him a bit more regular, start taking back into the team. He's not much game time, mate, and much training, has he?
No, not really, mate. Not really. But aye. Stevie, he came in. We had chances. Of course, I thought it was Red Fan, but when I watched it back, it was Jeffrey put it in. And Dessers had that. Listen, I'll criticise him. I think he should have done slightly better. Maybe in the first half with the one that came into the box. It wasn't a sitter in. But that header, he was very, very unlucky. And the goalie made a magnificent save, Stevie.
Listen, if Jack Butland pulls that save off, we are standing on our feet applauding it. You've got to hand it to their big goalie. What a save. And do you know the thing about it? Dessers does everything right. He side flicks it with his head. It bounces. See if you watch it again. It bounces just before it gets to the goalie. And then what a save the boy pulled off. And there's nothing much else you can say. Great header. But what a cross for Jeffrey. You know, you've got to say his crossing was excellent last night. Absolutely brilliant. And when he came on, he swung a few good balls in there, and that header, very unlucky. And by the way, I told you a way back, we've seen the worst of Big CD9. He's only going to improve. Trust me, he's only going to get better. Yes, we need somebody there with him. Yes, he might not be the first choice, but give the boy a chance. Get behind him. He's never had any. It's given him any confidence. All he's had is absolute cheek off Rangers fans. But every time they see him, they jeer him and everything else. Let's get behind. Can you imagine what the big boy would be like if we actually give him some confidence?
I don't think he's short of confidence, Southside. He backs himself, didn't he?
I was going to say that. I think he just laughs and smiles every time you see him doing an interview. He's had the criticism. There's a lot of other players that have been at Ibrox and when they've took as much abuse, and myself included, I've said I still don't think he's good enough to be a Rangers regular number 9. But listen, I'm happy every time he scores for the Rangers.
He's not my first choice, but I'll tell you one thing he's got. He's the way he shrugged off everything and just got on with it. That makes it. No, you could tell he's got a bit of Rangers player in there somewhere, mate. And for me, 22 goals last season, if he took the penalties, he might have got 32. Yes, tell me a striker that doesn't miss chances. Tell me one. You know, the bottom line for me is, he said, half a season last season, let's get behind him this season and let's see who else we bring in to play along. I'm not saying he's my first choice striker, but what I'm saying is, if we could give the boy a bit of praise and the full support, get behind him, Let's see what else he can do then.
Right. I'll give a striker that never missed. Roy the Rovers.
The thing is, the easiest thing to do is pull him for the ones that he misses. At the end of the day, he's scoring goals. He looks clumsy at times, Stevie. His touch can be off. He can't hold the ball up. But I'm sure we'll come to it as when he gets his goal and where he was on the park and how he managed to finish it. He showed desire and heart to get up there again and get in the box. So, listen, we've got to credit him when he's doing well and scoring. And the more goals he scores, if somebody wants to come in and buy him before the transfer window shuts and we get a good price for him, then everybody will be happy. So, as much as we criticise him, I thought last night he deserved a bit of praise for what he done last night and how he competed in the game. You know,
listen, as we grew into the game, Southside, particularly the second half, the whole team was playing reasonably well.
Aye. One of the subs as they came on made a difference in the team, gave us a bit more energy, and I think we looked strongest team going towards the end of that game, which is surprising considering we've slagged the team for the fitness levels of some of the players. But I thought they were tiring a wee bit towards the end, but maybe it's because we had a bit more momentum at the time and going forward. We're winning the ball high up half them in the park and that. We were sort of trying to pin them in. Aye, now and again they broke away in us. But I thought for most of it, in a European game, which is hard today, I thought we had a far better second half and were a lot more competitive and got the ball off them, made them make mistakes more in the second half than the first half.
We kept the ball better, we had a threat, we got opportunities, we got crosses in the box. It wasn't a 10 out of 10 performance, but we improved, Steve, here.
Yep, it certainly did. If you look at the Hearts game to that game, you can see improvement, Ox. And that's where you've got to hand it to them. They're trying, mate. There's a bit of effort there last night. You know, you could see it. As I said, after the ball, they were a lot better. You know, you could see there were a wee bit more fighting desire in them. You know, so let's hope that snowballs and goes forward with it. No?
Aye, so listen, I think they'd only one real opportunity when they put the ball. They fizzed that across into the box. Jack didn't have a lot to do in the second half. And then we had the big moments outside. I think you want to talk us through it, mate.
I thought when we took the throw in and we knocked the ball up to Dessers, when he takes the ball and plays the first touch, the defender actually puts him on his backside and he's actually lying on the ground when Lawrence picks the ball up and knocks it across to Yefty. So by the time Yefty crosses it and gets it for Cherny, put in a great ball into a good bit of space, the big man had picked himself up, ran right up that park into the box and got on the end there. So I thought that was a bit of heart and desire of making sure that you're getting up there for the team, because no many players might have actually chased back and would put themselves right in the box. But he was there to finish it. And that was the only decent ball Cherny put in, because I thought he was pretty lost the ball quite a lot, overrunning it slightly in the game. I'm thinking, when you actually got to do something really good here, mate, we need you. And he battled and worked to shut it bottom, but he wasn't really passing the ball much, let's be honest. And that whole off, at times he just lost the ball, just knocking it too far in front and that. But what a ball he put into space. And it's the first time that Dessers has actually ran into that, or any player. The quality of the ball was brilliant. But he ran 45 years, didn't he, more or less, to get in that box?
Here's my theory. If he'd been up front, he'd have been stood on offside. Aye, listen, he jogged and then he ran in and he timed it lovely, and it was a decent cross in a decent area. And there was similarities to their goal, even though they just went to the back post, because it was a movement. When he arrived, it's hard to defend against. And he tapped in. And obviously, the timing of getting the equaliser was perfect for killing the game, Stevie, wasn't it?
The game's done after that, and it was the last kick of the ball. But you've got to say, Ox, it was a great passage of play by the Teddy Bears. You know, the big man was involved in it right at the start, and as Southside said, he was putting his hand end, and he gets up and he shows the fighting desire to get into the box. I think he said that in his interview after the game. He said, I knew it was going to be the last time we'd probably get the ball into the box. So he fought and he got back up there and got in about it. So 10 out of 10 for effort and desire for the big one. Brilliant ball for the new boy. So you can't argue with it. And it's just the way you ran on it. It's a tap in, really, isn't it? It was just perfect. So, and by the way, well deserved draw we got. But see, when you reflect back in the game, it was a well deserved draw, you know. And taking that back into the game at Hampden, I can only see us beating them. I really can, especially with the crowd behind them.
Yes, okay. Right, we've got a couple of questions before we get these phone lines open. Yeah. Just a wee bit of sporting trivia. A good Rangers man, Eric Liddell, is still the last British man to win the 400 metres. Just a wee bit of sporting trivia there at the Olympic. British man. So, the questions tonight are, is Conor Barron like a young Kevin Thompson, or is Sterling a right back and a midfielder? For the debate of that. Is Jeffy a full-back or a wide midfielder? There you go. I've stumbled on something again.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, all right. Okay, fair enough. Let's see.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Southside.
Jefty, I think the club he was at before he went on loan. I think he played wide left for them originally. So maybe he's not too averse to playing that. But I think we provisionally bought him for a left back role. But I believe he did play left wing. And then when he went to that mob in Cyprus, they were playing him sort of left back. So I think he's probably I think he's probably better up the park, because what we've seen him in defending, he's not positionally been very good. But listen, you'll learn that, and as he grows, he'll learn the position and where to be at times. But listen, if he wants to play him out there in the meantime, then I would think it'd be worth a go. The only thing, I mean, when was the last time a Rangers team in Europe finished the game with 4 fullbacks on the park? Fullbacks, that is. I'm counting Sterling as a fullback.
Aye, I get it, mate. Broadfoot, Whittaker, Parpatch. They were all playing at one time. I'm trying to think if there was anybody else on the park in Manchester. Yeah.
Aye.
That fair?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, but listen, I get what you're saying, but it wasn't so. He passed the ball well. Obviously, he's 6'2", I believe. He's got pace, and listen, man, he hadn't looked great in the games we've seen at left back. But Stevie, the crossing and the whipping and the pace, and then his celebration when we got the goal, he showed desire. Yeah.
Yep, 100%. And as I said, it was Marcel that said when he came on, you could see the impact he made. His crossing was excellent. And as I said to you, have we stumbled across something? I think we have. You're only good at listen. We know what we buy players for. You know what position they're bought for. But is there anything wrong if they're in another position and they're playing well? Why upset the apple cart? Why upset it? If you've got a boy there, you've stumbled across. Just the same as I think Sterling should be in that midfield. No two way about it. Powerful, pace, can tackle. He's everywhere. It must have been an absolute nightmare in that midfield for the opposition. But the Gefty thing, what I've seen him, the 3 games or whatever he's played, I thought he doesn't defend well. But what I've seen there the other night, brilliant going forward. I think we've stumbled across something. And see the Conor Barron thing, you were saying he's like Kevin Thompson. I'm going to pay him an even better compliment than that. I would say he's a kind of Stuart McCall type kind of player. Once they get a grip with it, that's what I'm thinking.
Right. Decent shout, mate. Decent shout. Listen, he's doing well for his young Conor. We wish him all the best.
Excellent.
I'll say it again. You're a magnificent judge of football player. Southside.
Aye, the only thing I thought he got on the ball well. He looked to get into space and got on the ball. He came in off the back three, sat in there, picked the ball up, tried to get us moving. The only one thing he dived in at when the boy sidestepped him. That's just experience, and probably just seen it for that split second and thought, I can get in there and win the ball, and the boy, bit of skill, just nicked it.
But an experienced pro took him out there, Southside.
Well, you could have, or else it would just have been a case of stood up to him and seen what he was going to do. But he just dived in. You see a lot of players do. If you don't win the tackle, you're getting sold into, and he just sold him a wee sidestepped into. But he could maybe have stood on his feet that wee bit longer. Probably just seen it for that second opposite at the time in the game and thought, bang, I'm going for this. But apart from that, I thought he was excellent. I thought he'd done really well. I thought even when he was bringing Sterling on, I thought at a point he might keep Barron on and Diamonde at the time, and maybe have took off Tom Lawrence at that time. I wasn't sure, but I thought he might do that, but he didn't. He took the wee man off and replaced him. So, but he did a really good game for the age and coming into the team and try to work in that midfield and take out the system and the tactics that we're trying to adapt. I think he done really well.
Aye. Can I ask you two guys a question? I'll go to you first, Southside. Stevie can come in second this time. If you were to say, just at the moment, and listen, we don't know how good Jeffy is, you know. One half an hour, decent performance, 145 minutes, doesn't make you a player, does it? But as we stand today, if you were playing somebody on that left side of the pitch, attacking, if you like, the way we play, the shape we play, and it doesn't look as if they'll change it, Big Phil, would you play Jefte or Wright, Jefte or Matondo? What you're seeing so far this season, Southside.
Left wing, you're going to, for what you seen last night, then you would play Jefte, because the other two are empty jerseys, let's be honest.
Stevie?
Tito. I can only agree with my wingman.
By the way, it's a full house for me, mate. A full house.
There you go. Big Phil, listen, don't have you ruining any more pies. Listen to Stevie, Hawks and Southside. They two are empty jerseys. Get Jefte in there.
Still us to agree, Southside, does it?
No, it's no, actually. But listen, he done well last night, and if we can use him in there and he puts in another good performance, then, like you say, if you've got the jersey, keep it. If there's a reason why he has to maybe take Ridvan out, then obviously he'll have to go back. I'd say if he does well up until Cortez comes back, then I would like to see him keep the jersey, should he be fit and all that, and everything's all right and he's playing well. But he might have to get back to left back if he decides to rotate it slightly and give Ridvan a rest in a game before maybe another game. You know what they're like with the sports science.
Aye, there's games that you maybe can go and play there and you become an auxiliary attacker at left back because you're going to dominate the ball, you know. Maybe, I don't know, hopefully Murrable and Ross County Ibrox, if I'm honest, Stevie.
Aye. Yep. Aye, I agree with you. Sorry, I missed that, Ox, because you broke up there. I don't know what.
Sorry, mate. I'm just saying that there's times where you have to, even though we might look raw at it, we're going to dominate the ball and you'll be an auxiliary attacker playing at left back because we'll dominate the ball. Say, for instance, Murrable, Ross County, Ibrox in the league, yeah?
Aye.
Hampden, sorry.
No, listen, the boy Jefte will be a lot better against Scottish Premier teams than will be against better opposition in Europe, won't he? And I thought he was excellent last night, I've got to say. It was a breath of fresh air. His crossing was excellent. And I don't think he was free to take anybody on as well. Which was, just beat his man and whip the ball in. You know, kind of old-style winger sort of thing. And I liked it, I've got to say. And I'd be disappointed if he's not on the team in Saturday on the wing, no.
It's funny how things change outside, isn't it?
As I actually said last week, I thought Yefty would probably start against Motherwell, but I was expecting him. Do you know, I've got a sneaky suspicion he might still start him at left back, maybe take Ridvan out, give him a rest. I had that feeling that he probably wouldn't play Ridvan 4 or 5 games. He'd probably swap him with Yefty, but he has maybe gave the manager a thought because he did so well playing out on the left in Hampden's big wide park, and I suppose there'd be room for him out there to show his pace in a wide area, 1-on-1 with a defender when you isolate them. So it might be a plan going forward, but I did actually think myself, Ox, that Ridvan would probably get dropped for Motherwell or rested, and Yefty would have started.
Aye, come and give your thoughts. 0141 356 1972. We're asking, we've got a wee debate going here. Sterling, right back or midfielder? Yefty, left back or midfielder? Different type of midfielders, I may ask, yeah? Yeah, they couldn't be any more different, could they, Stevie?
No, 100% no. The thing for me, man, listen, Big Sterling's got, I mean, I'd be ripping my head out if this doesn't happen. I'm telling you now, he's got to play in the midfield, Big Sterling, man. He can tackle, he's physical, he's all over the place, he can run all day and night with you. I know Southside's going to come back, get him where he was bought for, right back, blah, blah, blah. But can you really see them dropping the captain every week? I can't see them dropping Tav, so you've got to fit him in somewhere. And at the
oh, sorry, Stevie, carry on.
No, it's just, I can't see them dropping our captain, James Tavernier, so he's got to slot into that team somewhere, the big man. He can't be used as a sub. He's a starter, and he's got to be in that midfield for me. I'm sorry. It's just how I see it.
I've always said you're a football genius. Southside, ready to reply?
Who are you dropping?
Huh?
Who are you dropping? If you're playing Sterling, you're starting them, who are you dropping? You've got to drop one of them.
Oh, Stevie boy, I've got my answer, but I'll let you come.
No, you put your answer in first, mate. On you go.
So, if you're playing it on Formus now, if you're playing that system...
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. You're going to just go for Diamandi, aren't you?
One forward, mate.
Aye.
Stevie?
I agree, aye. Listen, a good sub to bring on, but you've got to get Sterling in that team. Come on. No,
right. How about we do this, right? Just a wee debate, right? And we'll put a
listen, the debate, before you even start the debate, right? Sterling's had more effective games in midfield when he had to get used in there last season because he had no option but to play him. Right? So everybody knows that he's had some no bad games in midfield. When he's been put out wide right, no so good. Wide left, no so good. Right? Do we all agree on that?
Agree, aye.
Right?
Yep.
So most people then would say, oh aye, midfield, because that's where we've all seen him sort of produce a bit more. But he will be a right back, and he will be right back. Whether Tav stays or no, when he gets his chance to play, he'll play there. We will buy a proper midfielder. He's only a stopgap. He does well. He's got limitations, but he's got other qualities and all. But he's not going to be there long term. So you can have your poll and have your debate. Everybody will vote for midfield because he's hardly played right back and he's no had a run of games. But if he's wanting to go for it, go for it. I'm telling you what will happen. That's what it will be.
Stevie, in you come.
I've just got to say, I admire my wingman's fight there, right? I admire him. But the problem he's got is Southside. Tav's no away. Tav's here. Are they going to drop the captain?
Why no?
I can't see them doing it Southside. I can't see Clement dropping Tav. I can't see it. I just can't see it. Whether it's right or wrong is another debate, but I just can't see it. And I think to that end, if he's not going to drop Tav and Tav's still here, he's no went away. He's still here and he's played every game so far. So it looks to me as if Big Sterling's going to have to get in that midfield, mate.
Tav will not play 50 games this season if he's at this club. to the end of the season, he will no play 50 games. The manager told you, him and Golston's days of playing 50 games is finished.
But
So,
what are you basing that on? Because he's played 50 games every season he's been here.
But Phil's already, Big Clement's already said this year that it wasn't happening whether the two of them stayed or no. They're not playing 50 games a season. So I'll guarantee you the captain will be rested. And if that's the case, then Sterling will go in at right back.
Okay, right. We'll try and unload it so that people. And I get your point, Southside, because your point is really valid. We have seen him there in midfield, and we have seen him at right back. Yeah.
Aye.
Aye. And you've been consistent saying you think he'd be better to the team as right back. Yeah, that's your point of view, innit?
I think we'll lose less goals for the right back position if he's in it.
I don't disagree with you, but I think we'd be a better team with him playing in the defensive mid role, mate. Because what he brings to you, in my opinion, influences the game, mate.
But Clement's going to bring in a number 6 that will do that job. See if we got that Jordan, him for Seville. Do you think Sterling's getting a game in the Rangers midfield? No, because he's the guy he's the guy you wanted. A football player, a guy who can play the game, knows the wee tricks, knows the game, dictates the pace of the game, up quickness, up net, controlling the game. Totally different for Sterling running about, crashing into players, getting the ball, making runs. He does a good job and he does things right at times. I get why everybody wants him, but he's not that midfielder that Clement wants. He wants a different type of midfielder, a football-playing midfielder. That's what he's looking for. And that's what the guy for Seville would have been.
So, if you bring this other guy in, who do you drop, to coin a phrase?
Oh, that'll depend on the system. It'll either be Barron or Diamandi or might get dropped out. I don't know. It'll depend. Or he might try and put Diamandi up one. As you say, it's noon again where Tom Lawrence is playing. If he's sticking to the system, then maybe Diamandi. Or maybe one of them will just go on the bench.
Okay, mate. And you're going to have players in the team and players they get in. Believe it or not, players they get injured, Stevie.
I know. Listen, for me, you just said a thing there. Tom Lawrence, for me, he's not got a lot of pace. I'll be bringing Tom Lawrence on as a sub, and I'll be pushing one of the midfielders up 100%. But Southside, again, you're getting back to if-buts and maybes. If they bought the big Spanish boy, but he's not there. He's not there, and Tab's no away was your other argument.
Right.
He's there. I just think the big man's going to get in that midfield. He's got to, man.
What did we try to buy Daniel Garcia for then? He was going right into playing that middle of the park, but it's the type of player he wants. Sterling's, we're trying to get one.
If the Spanish boy was there, then by all means I could see why he's not getting in the midfield then. But he's not there. He's not there. So what I've been doing with the players that's here and now is I've been dropping Tom Lawrence, pushing one in the mid, Diamandi up front or whatever, and Barron and big Sterling in the midfield, and Tab's going to stay, mate. Tab's going to stay there. He's a captain, and he's not going to drop his captain. Honestly, I just can't see that happening. I mean, the two is can argue that.
That's a whole different debate, mate. You've opened up a whole different debate, mate. Right, we'll try and make this question as fair as possible, because it is loaded at the moment, I think, against you. And we're basing it on last night, let's be honest. It's only about half an hour, but Sterling done okay. I didn't think he was outstanding, but it's the pace and power he's got. The question I'll try and get old school to put in the poll is, do John Sterling's best position right back or defensive mid? Is that first, Southside?
Aye.
We'll try and unload it. So if old school blue could load that into the Facebook page, and we'll get a poll going, and we'll see what people think. By the way, he's got to get in the team first. Southside.
Aye, listen, I like him in the team when he's into the centre midfield role. I see what he does. And I thought last night he'd have kept Barn and Diamandi, and at that time when he was coming on. I get what he can do in the midfield role. I just think long term he's going to be right back. Listen, captains have been dropped before. Amo's been dropped when he was captain. There's Barry get dropped and took it off him and all that. Tav will no play every week. Stevie, he'll know. So therefore he'll get rested. And when he gets rested, I would imagine if Sterling's fit, he'll play him at right back. And that's what I think will happen this season. So we'll see going forward. But Tav, whether he stays or whether he goes, he'll no play week in, week out. Not a chance. Clement's already said he will not. And Golston, if he'd been there, the days of players playing 50, 60 games doesn't keep them fresh. So again, I think you'll see Tav will be dropped from time to time in this team going forward, should he still be there. And Sterling, I get what he does. I just think if you play him, I think he'll no play. If he'd moved him, if he kept Lawrence in the team and we played a 4-2-3-1, I'd like to either, if you played Sterling and we're playing that as a 3, you could even drop the number 10 and you could use Barron and Diamandi to sort of go forward at times, or let one go. With Barn now and again, or Diamandi on the board, get the two of them as number 8s and Lee Sterling sitting in the midfield as your enforcer, should the ball get turned over. But we know he only plays 2 in the midfield, Ox, you know.
For me, Southside, we need a bit of iron in the midfield. We need a bit of, you just said the word, an enforcer. Every good Rangers teams always had a good enforcer in the midfield, whether it be in Ferguson, Barry Ferguson, you know, that you could go on and on. Guys that had a bit of iron about them, and that big boy's got it. And he'll run all day. He'll run all day for us. He's no scared of a tackle. He's no shy. We've seen him jumping into him and get sent off for a great tackle, which he should never have been sent off. So, in my eyes. But anyway, for me, the big man should be in there. Honestly, mate, we need guys like him. We need guys that are hungry, want desire, want to play for a jersey. And what I like about the big boy, when he's asked something, he says it how it is. There's no hidden agendas with the big gun, no.
I think Southside's a fan of that as well, Southside.
If you somebody say it, and he certainly said it that day after Dundee when he questioned some of the players in the dressing room, which was good, although Big Phil came out and said it was a bit naive and young and blah blah blah, but it's how he felt and it's what he sees in the dressing room on a weekly and a daily basis for other players. But no, I think he's got the heart desire, the will. He struggled with injuries and that. He's always sort of, once he gets going, maybe his fitness will stay up and he'll no pick up anything. I think in midfield he'll pick up a lot of bookings. I think because he's all wholehearted, I think he'd pick up quite a lot of bookings for midfield. But I get what he does when he's in there. I just think you keep him in the middle then if you're going to use him, because playing him wide right, wide left before just didn't really work, did it? Let's be honest. The odd time on the right, the odd time at Easter Road on the right, he set up a goal between him and Tav and that. But on the whole, it didn't really work. So, aye, in the midfield, aye. But in long term, honestly, this is just my opinion. He's coming out of there, and I think we'll buy somebody in time. But if he gets in there, then I'm happy with it as long as he's doing the job. Like every other player that gets their chance. But long term, he's got to right back, and you'll see him play right back this year, no problem.
When devil's advocate, if we get a midfield in, he gives you maybe a bit more, if you like, in the skill side there again, because he's not a subtle player, and then he plays it right back. The team's improving it.
Aye, listen, I've thought about it and that, and I've thought, I don't think there's many players in Scotland that a winger will go up against him if he's in the right back position, and I think I'll give him a hard time. I think he's got the power, he's got the physique and all that, but he can get back, you can easily give him a wee nudge off the ball, you take the ball off them. It's about, if Clement's wanting to go forward, it's how his deliveries will be when he gets forward and puts crosses in, if that's what he's wanting to do, and if it's no, and he's just wanting to properly defend and just go up to the halfway line or whatever and let the wingers do their job and the midfielders do their job, then that would be easier for him. So, no, I'm looking forward to him wherever he plays. He certainly brings a presence and energy into the team when he comes in. But I just think long term it's no what you guys think he's going to be. But while he's in there, then I want him to succeed and do well.
Aye, listen, everybody sees it different. Everybody sees it different. I just think that pace and power in there, it's more involved, and I think it's some asset. And I don't think there's many players take the ball off him, Stevie, is there?
No. And let's be honest, if you're going in with a 50-50 for the big game, I don't care who you are, you're worried. You know, that's what we need. We just need for me, I've been crying out for it on the show for donkeys. There's not enough iron in our team. We need a bit of iron. And in the big game, I think we've got it. You know, and I really do hope that we can get him in that midfield somewhere. Because I'll tell you now, man, I think you will see when he settles and he starts to find his feet with the position, I think he'll only get better.
Aye, well, listen, it's all about opinions, and you might end up playing the two positions.
Well, aye, he's already been into midfield and he will be going to right back. So, but listen, everybody sees it different. We've all got their own opinions. At the end of the day, wherever he plays, whoever plays in that jersey, you just want them to go play well and we win. That's it. I just think if we were going to play him into it, if we were going to turn him into the midfielder that you two think we've stumbled upon, then come on, wouldn't about try to buy the other two players, and we'll probably try to buy another one to go into that position. He would just be saying, well, here we've got one. But he's not got the finesse that you need to be the midfielder. He's got the work rate, the mentality, I'll go into tackles, I'll win the ball. It's the final passes when you're into positions. How many goals do you think he's going to score for midfield for us? No, a midfield scoring midfielder and all if he breaks forward. You'll say, no, we're keeping him as an enforcer, play him on the half-by line, break up the play, win the ball, fine. But I just think long term he wants a ball-playing midfielder. And now and again, we might have to use him in there as a necessity at times, but I think he has to find a position, one that he's playing in, week out. And right back is where he started off, is where I think he'll find himself in the long run. And I think he'll be a good right back for us in time. When he's playing, I think he'll be strong and sturdy, and I look forward to him playing in there.
Can I come in?
Aye, on you go, mate.
Used to hear the way he said that, Ox. The way I don't think he would used to think. I'm not happy with your tone, wingman. I think.
Oh, was my English and grammar not that good? No, all right, okay. What used to gentlemen think? Grimy, you get a bit touchy or something, you?
Not at all. You're my wingman. I'm allowed to say my feeling. I'm allowed to give you my feelings on that, but you're losing the battle.
He was being polite. You know when the hackles got up, mate, he's losing the argument, didn't you?
That's it. Exactly.
The tone changed, did it? I'm going to get absolutely battered in this poll, but I don't care, because it'll all be proved wrong. He's going to right back, and that's where he'll be, so that's what will happen in the long term.
I think Richie Sunak get more votes than you, mate. Oh, dear.
Susan Aiken.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bits. Cut there. We'll leave the way out.
Oh, dear. But aye, listen, we all just want the best for the team, you know. It's getting a blend right, and I think Sterling can give you a blend and go and let other players play, yeah. And he brings an asset. Maybe young Barron, if he comes on, and by the way, he's not going to play with the energy he plays the 60 games that we play, let's be honest. So you're going to need players. And there's going to be guys in and out the team at certain games, isn't there? That's fair, Southside.
Aye, there will be. Players will have to be changed a bit. Tom Lawrence will only play a lot of games. By all accounts, he'll take an injury and go out for a while, as what's happened in the past, but we hope he doesn't. But he will be changed. I think he will change him as well. He's not going to play week in, week out for the amount of game time going forward. He will try and refresh it, but in there, if we take him out, it's as I know, as you say, probably Diamondi's the only one that we all think could go in to that position. I still think you could find wee McCausland in there now and again, give him the role in there. But aye, oppositions will need to get freshed up as we're going along. He's going to rotate. Some players might play more games than others, but I don't think we'll see a player play 50 games. According to Phil Command, there'll no be players playing 50 games a season.
Aye, that'll be interesting then to see what the team is on Saturday. Yeah, because basically it was the same team last night, wasn't it? At the start.
Aye.
One change, wasn't there? One change. Aye, McCausland came in for Cortez. That was it, wasn't it?
Aye.
Aye. So it'll be interesting to see what the team is on Saturday. Listen, I respect your views, and I think he argues very elegantly, Stevie. But he's right.
Listen, Southside's a bear. He's the Scotties on us. Every bus gone to games. We talk about it. We think it. We eat, sleep. We're 24/7 days. And listen, his opinion's valued. He's probably right, no matter where we play Sterling. I think you'll get the use at the big one no matter where he goes, but he's totally right. Apart from the left wing and the right wing coming in, he never done much here. But defending, I think if you put him in the defensive midfield or the right back position, I think the big man will do well no matter where he is. The two positions. But aye, Southside always puts up a good argument. I'll tell you what I'll do with him, by the way. The next 5 games, I'll tell you what, if Big Clement drops Tav in the next 5 games, I'll buy you a bottle of vodka. And if he doesn't drop him, you get me a bottle of tequila rose. How's that?
Sorted.
Right. So the next 5 games, that's for Saturday, you'll no see Tav get dropped. That's what I'm telling you.
Right. I'll tell you what today, get my vodka ready for Saturday because Tav ain't playing.
Can see when you're getting out this alcohol, can you actually make it next weekend?
I better fling your gin in now, Stevie.
I know. We're real men, mate. Vodka and tequila rose and he's on the gin. Come on, man, it's embarrassing, isn't it?
Anytime you want to go for a drink, boys, just say.
What, is it a gin festival or something? Aye?
Anytime you want to go for a drink, just say, yeah.
Put that in the poll. What would you rather have, a vodka or a gin? Come on, if you're a man, you've got to drink vodka. Surely a gin.
Listen, you know what I would rather have? I'm not meant to wear the two of them. Oh, dear. Oh, you're going to laugh. Brilliant. How did we go into that? If you're talking about that game, how did we go into Sterling and then we go into tequila, rose, vodka and gin?
Don't got a clue. Anyway.
Would that work as a cocktail? Fox would drink that. Would he drink that? Dash of gin, dash of vodka, tequila, rose, and what do you think? He would have lemonade. Do you think Fox would drink that as a cocktail?
Easy, aye.
He liked the Venoms the last time we were out, didn't he? Didn't like the colour of them, but he liked the Venoms.
See, we were in that Savoy and he was down there on the Jaeger bombs. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was in my top 10, mate. It was comedy gold.
He never had that jacket on, did he?
White leather safari jacket, yes.
Oh, please don't tell me, man.
That's
He
says it's antique. I said it was vintage.
Was that on the wall? No?
No, mate. No. City Cash Dealers, Glasgow Cross. I think he's still paying for it with the profit. Anyway, that's a different story. Right.
Some of the jackets are going for good money. No his jacket, but Antiques Roadshow had a jackets and that for the 80s and the 70s and the 60s and that, and they were going for a few quid. That might be worth a few quid, that jacket he's got.
What was he thinking, mate? A white leather safari jacket? What was he thinking?
That one with the belt in it. That come with a belt.
It would have had a belt at the time, aye.
With the best night belt, was it?
Anyway, we better get ourselves in mute because we're going to have a tune, right? Phone callers, get in after the tune. Let's hear from you. Get yourself in mute, lads. Let's hear the tune.
Every Saturday we follow, we cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few, though at times they have been hard, we've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Aye. Oh, my giggle. It was just an old school blue he's trying to patent that cocktail as we speak. And he's got it 1 of gin, 1 of vodka, 3 of tequila rose, with a dash orange, and filled up with lemonade. He's looking for a name. Comatose.
On your back.
Yes, he's looking for a name. 1 of vodka, 1 of gin, 3 of tequila rose. Oh, that would be a bit of bite, wouldn't it?
Aye.
Anyway, come and join us. Give your thoughts on last night's game. Some have been fair. Listen, we've done a rabbit hole there with Stirling and Yefty, and it was good to see some of the new players getting involved. Yefty and Tierney for the goal. I agree with you, Southside. I didn't think Tierney done too much. He bobbled about a bit, but then he put in a cross that made the goal, so he's got an assist. and he doesn't look as if he's quite there. I hope we'll see Merriam at the weekend, and he'll hopefully fitter and more settled, and hopefully see Robin proper at the weekend. And all of a sudden, the Jeffrey's playing, Proper's playing, Tierney's playing. You're slowly building this rebuild that people have talked about, mate.
Right, Sterling at right back. That looked good. Defence started to strengthen up a bit. It'll make a big difference to the team if they all start. Don't know if Tierney will start. He might. I'd like to think he would on Saturday. Going to Hampden, hope that he would. Like you said, didn't do much in the half he was on. Done the work rate, tracked back, but put in a fabulous ball. Quality, and he was in the right area. He does it week in, week out with whoever he was playing before. Probably he's in the right position, and he just moved the ball to the side and just whipped the ball into that area, hoping that somebody would gamble and go in and get the reward, and it was CD9. So it contributed, and that was the main thing. He might have only done the one thing, but it was the most important, and it got as a goal. So looking forward to Hampden, mate, and hopefully we'll see a few changes on Saturday, but nothing that will disrupt the team too much. At the end of the day, we need to get the 3 points.
Yeah, just to let people know that I'm listening, maybe can't see the poll. It's roughly 80%, 80% for Sterling to play in midfield, 20% for him to play at right back. So I'd just like to thank all Southside Waynes for phoning in and voting for them.
I'd just like to thank the listeners for tactical voting. I think that's what it looks like to me. Because Phil Clement doesn't think he's going. I'm telling you, but no, it's a good laugh, but and a good debate. It just shows you a lot of people will see it that way. Listen, I see his qualities in there, but he's no staying there. He will be right back in time. But I get why people are going to vote for it, and I told you why. Because it's most places where he's played, and he's been very efficient in the games that he's played. If he'd played right back and had got a good performances there in a number of games, people would be saying right back.
That's fair, man. That is fair. You know, I get it, but I just think sometimes with certain players you stumble on something, and I think that's what maybe happened to him, you know. But listen, if he maybe come in as a defensive mid, then you might have played him at right back in an emergency. You might think, well, he'd be better playing there, you know.
Ox.
Yes, mate.
Can I change it up a wee bit?
Aye.
Can we talk about Rumourville? Have you heard anything about the day about the boy for Chelsea we're trying to get on loan for a season?
It's been rumoured all day, mate, and I just get his name, mate. But listen, I don't deal with rumours, especially with the rights that you used to on the show. You know, but I'll get you his name, mate. I'll get his name. Just give me 1 second, mate. You've heard it as well. God, the amount of players, how many players do you think we've been linked with this summer so far, Southside? What, 50? Maybe more?
Well, we've had a couple of mad ones, haven't we? There's still a bit of rumour kicking about in that boy Vikhorst that was he at Man United on loan? He's away back to somewhere in Denmark. I've heard that one, and seemingly we're looking at trying to do a deal with him, but I've not got a clue, mate. I just want, whoever we get in, I just hope they come in and they're good enough to come in and start straight away, got a wee bit more experience in what we've been buying, and can kick on straight away. No settling in period, really. Just go on the part and show us your stuff, why we're buying you. That's all we're looking for. Players to come in and make an immediate difference to our team.
Aye. Yep. Can only agree, Southside. That's what I've been looking for.
Leo Casterdine.
Aye.
We'll
Aye,
see, mate. We'll see, you know.
So what would that be, project?
Aye. Potentially, mate, potentially.
Can it be for a year's loan? A project for a year's loan? That would it be, surely?
No, I didn't know if he was on. Is that what it was, just for a loan period for him, aye?
Aye, it's a year's loan, so they must be looking for him to get into the team.
Aye, we'll see, mate. Obviously, you sign players, there's usually clauses that they've got to be in the team so often, you know, that's all part of it, you know. When you think back to Silver and you think back to Big Seamer when they're fit, you know, there's always clauses. Aye, but we'll see, mate. I think it's just a rumour, but listen, I don't know, mate. Stevie, I really don't know. I do believe there'll be some movement this week. I think I'm hoping that maybe a couple of the guys that are leading the club are big earners, and then we can move on, put the chapters behind us. But we'll see. You know, it's got to be somebody's got to want to spend the money Southside, and then the players got to say he wants to go. Everything's got to align in it.
Aye, I think the two that was left out the European squad and Hadji, and the manager said he's gone, he's got to go, he will be gone. So you'd like to think you'll want to get yourself fixed up with a club, and then we can get him off the wage bill and get a transfer fee, and the same with Cantwell. Surely somebody will buy him down in England. So I'd like to think that things are happening for him, and we can get a fee in for him and get him off the wage bill and get new players in.
Oh, I definitely think we'll bring more in before the window shuts. I think you're probably lost.
Players have got to go, Stevie. They've got to go.
I know, I get that.
You know, and if you get the two in, you can maybe bring three in. If they're starters, then they're going to be consistent, they're going to be fit. They'll be better assets to us, yeah?
Aye, I'm going to say a silly thing here, but if we don't get into the next round of this, £5 million and into the next round of Europe, but you wouldn't get that money to win.
That's not to next year, but then obviously you can budget for it accordingly. You know, but listen, you don't make $5 million. Don't be fooled.
No.
Yeah, because you've obviously the players' bonuses will always be good for getting you through individual rounds in Europe, Southside.
Aye. Listen, if we can get past Dynamo Kiev on Tuesday night, we get the job done, then obviously we might be able to budget for a player that we might have earmarked coming in, and if Cantwell or we can get rid of. Listen, I'd even try and get rid of Matondo if I could. But if you can move anybody else out with the two that he deems unnecessary at the club, then if we can get money in, but you've got a budget you can work to, and you can say, well, we've passed that, we're due $5 million, we can maybe go and get him, knowing that maybe by the next 10 days or whatever it'll be, he'll be going out the door. So we'll see how it works, but we've got a couple other, I think after this round, we've got two players we can add to the European squad, so he will want at least two in the door to add to the squad, first team players.
It's worried me a wee bit. The last two games we've not seen Danilo on the park at all, Southside.
No, he done plenty of warming up at Tynecastle, and he's been out warming up over there, but I don't know what it is. Maybe this Saturday, Ox might get a run out at time. I think if Dessler starts, he might be inclined to take Desslers off later on. Hopefully we'll be winning, and it'll be an easy sub to make, and you might get some game time, but he hasn't used them, but maybe he's still maybe a wee bit off, and it's just still loads of training for him, Ox.
Aye, I find that quite interesting. In fact, even though Big Dessers got the goal last night, with maybe 10 minutes to go, I was thinking maybe freshen up, you know. But we've not seen him at all. I don't know. Hopefully everything's all right, Stevie.
You just don't know what you're seeing. Big Clement might know that he's no fully fit and up there to bring on you know, to risk him. So you just don't know. But as worrying, Ox, you're totally right. When you're not seeing him, you're going, he's not even getting a cameo, you know, and you're going, what's going on there? But as Southside says, let's hope that we're maybe 2-0 up, maybe take a big man off, rest him for the game on Tuesday night, and he'll come on for his cameo. But listen, the injury he's had, let's not be kidding, he's been out for a long time, and you need to get game time under your belt to try and get right back up there. Training's one thing, but match fits are other.
Okay, this is a phone-in show for it. When did you phone in? So come and join us. 0141 356 1972. We'll maybe bottle that new cocktail up, and the first caller can get a bottle out. Would you think, Southside?
Aye, I'll see who wants to phone now.
Here's a good one for you. The Totties and Lanzarote, we might get duty free brought back. We might get a bottle each brought back. Mr. AK's and Lanzarote. So the Totties and Lanzarote, mind that one? We dubbed them that one.
Aye, that was funny, wasn't it?
Aye, we
So
might
what-
get
so
a
what's-
wee bottle each.
A bottle and a litre then.
Spanish strip right or a tap it, innit? You know, we've got to, we've got to be optimistic. You surely got to bring his mates back a wee gift.
You,
Talking
mate, I
about-
was just his acquaintance.
So,
Oh well, I'll need to buy my own then.
you stitched them up.
He holds a crutch.
Aye,
You know me, easy come, easy go, Stevie.
I know, aye. You stitched them up lovely, by the way. I'm not getting into it, but you done them like a kipper, so you did.
With the help of two people on the call, mate.
The sting springs to mind, the sting.
Anyway, very
No, he's never forgot it.
okay. You get every question right. No my fault.
He's got the IQ
Anyway, what's
grasshopper.
that, mate?
He's got the IQ of a grasshopper.
He's getting it right. Very okay. Right, come and join us. 0141 356 1972. And I feel a mood change. It's amazing what one goal does in the last minute of a match. Stevie.
100%. 100%. Look, we need it, man. And listen, the players know that the other night, that wee goal there, it's for the fans. We're down in the dumps about a lot of stuff that's going on in our club, and maybe rightly so. But look, now's the time. Let's be positive. Let's take that wee last minute goal, make it snowball getting into here on Saturday, and let's Big Deserts get our other one early, and let's get us going, man. Let's get look at the positives for the other night. I know there's negatives, guys, like Scott Wright now, but let's not talk about the negative. Let's talk about Yefty getting game time. Big Sterling's back. Big Deserts is on the ball. No, let's talk about the positives, man, and let's take it into Saturday and let it snowball. Now's the time to get behind the team troops. So come on, let's get behind the teddy bears, man, get into Saturday. And then we've not got long to go before we play the other mob. So we need to snowball and get right up there. Come on, positive thoughts.
Southside.
I was just thinking there when Stevie was talking about getting the snowball effect and that, because I've seen the supercomputers go as if we get by Dynamo, we've got to play a European tie in between them. No badder. But anyway, that aside, you want the snowball effect. You want to go to Hampden on Saturday, hopefully score an early goal, get momentum, get a few goals in, and then he can take certain players off if he wishes to make sure they're all right for the Tuesday night, going back to Hampden. That's what we're looking for. We need to get the 3 points and try and get momentum building. And we've got a cup tie in between then and all to deal with. So, aye, we're just hoping that we'll see probably Robin Proper, I'd like to think, on Saturday and all. Get a chance to have a look at him. And there'll probably be a few changes in the team when it's down to them to make sure they're all fighting for a jersey. So I expect them maybe to make 2 or 3 changes on Saturday. And hopefully it'll not disrupt the momentum and we'll get the 3 points and we'll probably hopefully play well.
Mm-hmm. The thing I noticed last night, it was always when in possession we were trying to move the ball quicker. That was a big thing I noticed last night. Even when it didn't work, we were still trying to move the ball quicker. Because let's be honest, we weren't great at Tynecastle in possession at times. Yeah, we had a lot of the ball at times and we were slow in getting into the midfield and it was making it easier for them to cover. You know, so obviously the manager spoke and that's his job. Yeah, and he's maybe reacted because it was basically the same team, Stevie. Yeah?
Aye. And if you're noticing that, and I'm noticing the dirty side of the game, the tracking back, the tackling, and, you know, well, things have obviously getting spoke about. So maybe Big Phil's had a word in a few players' shells and kind of G'd them up a wee bit. So let's, as I said, positive thoughts, Ox. Let's get into that. Let's hope it continues. Get that bomb out. Get it on the deck, Rangers. Keep it moving. Let's get moving. Let's move forward in numbers. And see when we're hunting the keeper down when he's going to the ball, we need to do it in packs. There's no sense in one or two doing it. You need to go 3s and 4s up there and hunt it down, press. When we're pressing, you need to hunt it down. Well, we're getting change out of them the other night doing that. And it was good. Listen, there was a big improvement for Tynecastle. Let's be honest. Tynecastle were slow and lethargic getting that ball moving. We weren't really turning over. We didn't look pacey. Listen, it was a big improvement, and let's take the positives into Saturday. Come on there, Rangers.
Yeah. So say the 3 changes proper coming in, yeah?
Aye.
Yefty starting.
Aye. Yep.
And 3 changes for last night.
Certainly.
Are you starting with Sterling, mate? Is that the thing? Are you starting with him?
Aye.
Was that your thinking? Okay.
Yep.
Who
Aye.
you taking out then?
I'd take Suter out. Saying that, I don't know. See, you might keep Suter in because Balogun, could you play him again Saturday and play him again Tuesday? Because he did struggle in the past with 3 games in the week. Would you keep him more fresher if you were more inclined to play him on the Tuesday? I'd maybe be more inclined to keep him more fresh then. You could start him in a game, take him off. You don't know about taking off centre backs, not that really, do you, in a game? So I would think he might. He might drop Balogun if he's more concerned with starting him with proper on the Tuesday. He'd make him a lot fresher. But should he think he's all right, then I would think he'll start him. But I would have thought he would have took Suter out the team at the start and played Balogun. But as I think about it there, just as it pops into my head, I don't know, Ox, he might keep him more fresh for the Tuesday game. Do you think that makes a bit of sense?
I think it makes perfect sense, mate. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Leon's played at the weekend there, played Tuesday, but only managed to get through Saturday and then Tuesday again. I don't know if he would, mate. Aye, perfect sense. He's been playing on the left and Proper's left side, so he'll come in. Stevie?
I'm going to ask Southside. If you had a couple of bevies there at half time during the tune, you're talking a lot of sense now. That's what you are.
Knowledge, mate. You can't beat it. You know that.
No. Can't beat experience. No, I think you're right, mate. I think you might rest Big Balogun, keep him for the Tuesday night. There again, he might do the flip side. He might start him if we're doing all right, make the changes. Is there any chance we might see Ben Davis?
Ben Davis, I actually thought he was due to be drafted. I didn't think he was great at Tynecastle.
Tynecastle was woeful. But is he going to keep him right out the equation, or is he going to give him a bit of game time?
People appear at extensive times, but he plays the left and so does Proper. So the two of them, I can't see the two playing south side at the same time.
No, I think Proper will come in, and I think it's done either Balogun or Suter. Ideally, if you looked at performance for the other night, you would probably say give Suter a rest and Balogun goes in to the right side of the defence. But thinking again, you'll want him to go again on the Tuesday. If he's fresh and he feels if he can do it, fine. He might play him, give him the game, and then play him again on the Tuesday. But if he thinks maybe no, but don't want maybe picking up an injury or whatever, I'll maybe no risk it, and I'll play Suter and Proper and keep him as a starter on the Tuesday night, fresh. Because they have pace up front, they do hit his wings. We're not going to go on Tuesday night and dominate this game at Hampden. Let's not be kidded here. They'll hit us on the counter attack, or they'll come and try and attack us like they did the other night. So would you rather have Balogun a bit more fresher on the Tuesday night than having him play 90 minutes or close to 90 minutes and then have him starting around 90 minutes the following week? I don't know.
One thing about Motherwell, you know they're coming in with a boot. You know, they like to play the rough game. Motherwell, they're no shy in crippling Rangers players and booting Rangers players. We've learned that with the past, so we will need to watch what we're doing for Tuesday night, you know what I mean?
That'll be interesting, mate. Right, so your other two changes, so say the Sterling playing well.
Right back.
Right, and Yefty playing well.
Left back.
He's consistent, isn't he? He's consistent on south side, isn't he? No chance. No chance is that happening.
We'll give a lot more pace on the two wides. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
Well, I'd be slaughtered by the callers. Sorry for interrupting. I'd be slaughtered because I said on here last week that I thought Yefty would start. I didn't actually think he would have started on last night, right? But he came on and had a good game further up the park, obviously, in the left wing. But my idea was always that Ridvan would have dropped out this week and Yefty would have went in and played left back. I did say that, so I can't change it. I was expecting him to play left back.
Aye, well, you're consistent.
Would you not think Ridvan could get dropped?
If you last night's performance, he maybe would commit the side, but whether you think Yefty's a left back is up for debate. Anyway, talking about somebody who swings both ways. I've been joined by old David. Evening, David.
Good evening, boys. Good evening to yourself, Fox, and the dynamic duo.
Good evening.
Yes.
All right, but
I'm 10, 12, seriously. I was just get through there on old school blue try to flog me a bottle of rocket fuel.
Old school blue's got it all made up, try to license it and try to sell it all within half an hour. You've got to do
I think he was lying sort of straight down on the carpet when I was talking to him. Anyway, good debate. I know what you're. I agree with Suicide about the fullback position, but you can't take away the point of Sterling where he is. But I think Suicide's spot on with his description of eventually that's where his position will be. Because the whole problem was Tavernier again, isn't it? So as long as he's there, Sterling's not going to be in that position, is he? And can I just ask you something else? Is Saturday's game a sellout?
Well, we've got 48,000 season ticket holders, so the vast majority of them, the vast of them, have took their tickets. How you want to buy? You want to get some tickets?
I was going to phone Go Bathrooms, but I don't know how that goes with me.
Oh, well done, David. David, don't you worry about tickets.
David, you're all right today. Lovely walk-in baths, David.
Oh, I don't have a bath. I have a shower. Yes.
The day seats for shivers, Davy, for you.
I've seen them. There's cross-up option.
leave it with us, David.
No, but I think it was a great conversation tonight about different points of view. I think there's a few things need sort of tinkered about with who's playing where and when they're playing and who's playing. I agree with you about Tavernier. There's no way. I've got a funny feeling what some of you were saying that I don't know if he wants to get rid of him. I mean, I know I've debated it, so we move on, but I just get the impression when he's talking, Clement's talking, he's quite happy with him. And that worries me.
I think with the modern manager, mate, the way it is with players, mate, they don't tend to throw them under the bus publicly or say anything, because they might have to deal with him if he stays, and they might want to talk him up if he leaves, so that you're selling an asset, mate. You know, if you're getting it right. I don't think you can always read in 100%.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Everything that says publicly. I mean, people don't say what they mean all the time, innit? We say we love Davey all the time, Stevie. We don't always mean it, baby.
Oh, good.
See what you've got to remember is Tavernier's a big figure in the dressing room. You know, he's a big personality in there. And for that reason, Clement probably, Davey, you're probably right. Clement probably doesn't want him to go. He probably wants to wait. He's the captain of Rangers and he's a big presence in the dressing room. You know, the stuff that he's doing that we don't see off the park, then you just don't know. I mean, why would they want rid of him? You know, if he's helping them on and off the park and he's getting his fitness back, I just can't see him dropping the captain to put the big man in that right back position. I just can't. You know,
I know, Stevie, but did the club not make a statement, or Clement not make a statement that Butland was going to be the captain, or was that just for that one game or what?
No, I think they said did Clement not come out and say the only one that was safe was Butland, and the rest of them were up for being sold. But there's nobody coming in for Tav. Nobody. Tav's there. And Tav's going to remain there this season. And I just cannot see him dropping the captain. I can't see it. I can see him resting him for the fact that maybe you're 2-0 up, right, Tav, whip Tav. Somebody's coming on with you. I can see that, but I can't see him no starting Tav. If he's there, he's still there.
The reason why I was bringing that up was I wasn't, when I heard that Butland was going to be the captain, I could understand with the way he was playing that you could do that. But this is only my opinion. I think it should be an outfield player that's the captain. Because I heard somebody saying what happens if a captain's going to debate a decision. He can't come running out his goals and then try to run back in time. You know the point I'm trying to make?
Yeah. Ideally for me, Dave, a captain's a midfielder. He's in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
He's guiding, he's generating, his team.
That's not the game, Stevie. You could have a club captain and then you can nominate a player. If you've done that, it speaks to the ref. So, for instance, you could have, with the team last night, you could have Butland as your club captain, and then the nominated player goes up for a toss-up and does all the niceties, and then the nominated player says Barron, who's near the plate all the time. Yeah, you can do that.
Aye.
Yeah.
The modern game, eh?
I actually think it worked well in the European Championships, yeah. You know, I actually think it worked well. You don't get some of the silly back chatting, you can go on with the game, yeah.
Can I say something now?
Yes, mate.
You were talking earlier on about the wee boy Barron, right? And what kind of player he reminded you of. Well, when I was listening to that, I automatically thought of wee Alec McDonald. I hope he turns out like him.
I can see the similarities because of the stats. The
Same
in the
goal,
man,
never know.
There's no giant south side.
Yeah, up to now, I don't really like sort of try to pick a player. You could pick many. I thought maybe a couple of times, maybe like a wee Stuart McCall idea. No, I think he'll score some goals over the season. We'll get many, but I think you could chip in with maybe half a dozen over a season. He's tenacious, he gets about the park, moves the ball, and so that's what I thought sort of when I seen him, but still early to judge him, to be honest. Just want him to be the player he's going to be in it. And just grow. And he has to form a partnership with somebody in the midfield, so at the moment, if it's going to be him and Diamondi, then that's what he's looking for, the two of them to get an understanding together and grow together until he gets another player or uses John Sterling in there or anybody else that we're going to buy. We certainly need to either use them or we need to buy another player for in there. That's 100%. We need at least another 4 players anyway into the squad. If we could get 4 ideally starters, that'd just be perfect going forward. But certainly 2 in the immediate future. Before we maybe even go the next week to 10 days, I'd like to hope 2 will leave and we'll get 2 in. We'll probably got deals done in the background like you alluded to before, and it was just about getting them done once the money and we could get some players out. So as it's went, we've got some out and some have come in, so hopefully there's got a couple earmarked at the minute they start to leave and we know they're leaving, they'll come in the door immediately and start in the Rangers jersey.
Oh, sorry, Davey, I was waiting for you to come back in there.
No, it's quite spot on, you know, but I mean, it's I'm not just bringing that up as a point of what's he going to look like in the future. I'm just saying when you were discussing and debating what kind of player he looked like. I mean, at the moment there's a certain player who I would think reminds me of my window cleaner. I'm not going to mention who he is because I'm fed up talking about him, and that's just a point of my opinion.
I hope that experiment's failed, and I think it would be better for all concerned if one of our wide men moved on. Is that fair, Davey?
Aye, but it's not actually him I'm talking about. I'm talking about our captain.
Well, I didn't think Tav was bad last night. I thought it was okay. It wasn't outstanding. It was okay.
The boat sailed. Oh, come on. He's been there too long. Fair for everybody to see.
That's a different debate, Davey, but what I'm saying, he was okay last night. Stevie?
Look, if I had a choice, Tav would be moved on, right? But the problem I've got is he's there. He's in the team. He's playing. He's getting back. He had a wee niggling injury. He's getting over it. He's starting to get fitter again. And as long as he's fit, he'll be in that team. He's a Rangers captain. And that's just how I see it. But if somebody came in for Tav for half decent money, I'd be willing to part company with him. 100%. I think he's been there a hell of a long time, maybe too long. But we're talking about we needed to get rid of all these players to get a certain mentality back at Ibrox. Tav was part of that other mentality. So for me, I would have liked to see James Tavernier going out the door if the money was all right. And to be fair, great servant in the club. No got a problem with the guy whatsoever. He tried his best. Was it good enough for the piece? That's the argument, you know. But for me, he would have been moved on. But he's a captain of Rangers. He's got my support. He's there in the team. And there's no way in the world Big Phil's dropping the captain. No way. He might take him off 2-0, as I said. But David, I'm with you. I would have liked to see the backside of him in the nicest possible way, not in a bad way. Yeah. I just think his time now. I just think his time would have been now. Along with Golson and Laustrom and all these guys, I thought Tav was going to go with these guys.
Yeah, well, I'm all about what Sue Side was saying about talking about defending with the big man Sterling, and that is spot on with that. And we haven't got that in that position because he can't defend. He's not been defend. I'm not. The guy's. He's a legend in his own right? I'm not. So I'm just pointing out where our weaknesses are. Well, I think our weaknesses are, and I think that's one of them. And it's been like that for a couple of seasons, and it's not getting any better. So whether it's like Suicide says, he goes into the fullback position or plays in midfield, but we have got to get that fullback sorted that can defend, because he's less space now than he ever had.
No, it stands a time late for no man. We appreciate that, you know. But listen, I thought it was okay last night without being outstanding. I think there was players, Redfan, Suter, Scott Wright, who poorer games in Taft's outside.
Aye, Diamondi wasn't great either at times. last night. No, they gave the ball away a lot and overran it, similar to Cherny did a couple of times when he come on and that. He was in and out of the game, Diamondi and all, and yet we still managed to club a result together at the end. And see, if we hadn't nicked a goal at the end and we'd get beat 1-0, I would still have said they would seen an improvement in the team. I've thought we were unlucky, and I would have thought next week we still had a chance, but I'd be more fearful. You're still fearful that they can score a goal, but if they nicked one at Hampden, it makes it 2. If we hadn't scored yet, so the fact that it's even when we go ahead with them, I'm looking forward to it, and they will be dangerous. They're a decent team. They will move the ball quick. Their wee right back was good. I thought he was bombing up and down the park because when they got overlapped, in the space. So aye, they were a quick, decent team, but they're beatable. And hopefully we'll prove that case on Tuesday night. As for Tav, Davy, listen, if somebody comes in and buys him, fair enough, he's going to go. He's in his testimonial season, so he's due a testimonial at the start of next season for the time he's been at the club. If nobody comes in for him, we'll be there. I look forward to my litre bottle of vodka when it comes, because Tav will be dropped and allow Sterling to play right back. There's no way that he's playing 50 games this season in a trot. Not a chance. So that's that. Nailed, Davy. Aye, well, later, because now I've been a wee bit annoyed sitting here listening to your nonsense, agreeing with that. The Godfather. So I've upped it to a litre. I was considering wanting to pick your 2 bottles of Tequila Rose up to 2 litres of vodka, because I know that he's getting dropped. So, but I'll leave it at a litre to your bottle of Tequila Rose. Strawberry flavour, eh?
Don't call her Ori, please. The Godfather.
Aye, he's the Godfather, isn't he?
Well, the Godfather.
Folks,
Yes.
as you all know, I don't indulge in alcohol or spirits. But every time I'm on the show, after I feel pissed.
We didn't notice that, mate. What we noticed is you didn't buy any. That's a different story altogether.
Come on, you Stevie. I offered that. I offered to put the money on the table now. Come on. You can't have a pop of me about that. That was a fabulous night, man. Fabulous.
I'll never forget the abuse you gave me when I phoned you up. Told me where to go. I was taking the mick out of you.
You're stirring so-and-so. But I love you. I love you.
It was a good night. It was good to catch up with you. You know, and it was a small world, wasn't it? It was a small world, wasn't it?
Marvellous show. Young Hadji, I'll take that out of my grave. But what I'm saying, guys, and I think you were missing the point when I was talking about Tavernier. I wasn't mentioning anything like last night, or particularly saying. I was only making a point about where we are in that position. I wasn't about last night. As you said, there was a lot, wasn't as even as good as him, but that's not the team performance. As you said, it would have been a different story if we hadn't got the goal. That just changed the whole script. You know, I was listening to some of our podcasts and the guys had wrote their stuff out when they do that on the telly and the YouTube and all that. And they tear it all up because that just finished. The sentences were all over the place. So they had to rewrite it all. And that's what happened with us. Our opinion of that game would have been totally different. And as I said to you at the time last night, it was marvellous to just hear the enthusiasm coming back again, because it's been negative for too long.
It was the man. It was somebody says the smoke was everywhere.
I just get a script. That really broke my heart flinging them in the bin. I was trying to scrape them with a knife, no the old knife trick with a toast. I was trying to do that, but it never worked.
Do you know what the problem was, Ox?
Yes, mate.
A lot of people out there thought we were going to get absolutely battered. That was the general consensus, a lot of the support. I don't usually listen to any other podcast here or there. I listen the odd time, but not very often. But I heard one of them say we'll get cup 3-1. I said on here on Monday night, they might not be as good as what people think. Nobody knew how good Partizan and Belgrade were. No. And they scored them 9-2 or 9-3 in aggregate. But that didn't happen last night. And at the end of the game, they were raging. They were absolutely raging that they had conceded that goal. And as much as they had spells in the game and wee bits of pressure for the team, who we know isn't their starting 11, and certainly wouldn't be your starting 11, we would have thought last night we put up a hell of a fight in there, and Big Phil done it right and got the subs right. They all come on and they all contributed. So that's what we're pleased about. And if we hadn't got the goal, I still wouldn't have been too despondent, because I thought, well, we might have deserved something out of it, but we did deserve something out of it, and we got it at the end. And for Big Dessers to be lying on his backside in the rain off to get in there and get that goal, that just crowns it up for me and all, because it just shows you we've gave him criticism, but at the end of the day, he sprinted in there and got his sail and got his goal. And it's gave us all a lift and a bit of confidence. But it will be a hard game on Tuesday night. Definitely will be a hard game, but we've got Motherwell to set about on Saturday first, and that's the most important.
Aye. Games are coming thick and fast. It's starting to bubble, Stevie. We want to build on this positivity and go and play well and score a few goals against Motherwell.
Listen, snowball, that's what we need to do. We need to take the positive for last night into Saturday. Before the kick-off, the bells in Hampden, let's get a sing-song going. Let's get right behind Big Phil and the team. Let's sing Big Desert's name, man, and give the guy a lift. And let's get a couple of goals and then let him make his changes and get minutes into legs. And then snowball it into the game. And if we can get into the next round of the Champions League, then that gives us a right few quid. And that gives us another tie to look forward to, another away day for guys like Southside and that. So it's about the snowball, it's about get behind them. Yes, we've criticised the life out the board, our stadium and everything about our club. We've been worried, and that's why we're criticising. But now's the time. That wee goal could just maybe turn us a wee bit and bring a wee bit of positivity back, and let's draw the line and get behind the team. It's all down to us. The players need us. It's down to us.
Yeah. Right, we're moving to the last part of the show. Come and join us, give your thoughts. 0141356 1972. Speak to the two legends, Southside and Stevie, and speak to Davey, who's always worth talking to. Always worth talking to, Davey. You always feel the passion for the club shining through. Did you feel as if that bad bubble had been burst when that goal went in, Davey? When you reflected this morning earlier, when you're on the snow, you're still on the crunchy nut?
It was fantastic. When I jumped up, the window cleaner flew out the other side of the bed, and it was fabulous. But as you say, it's a great saying in life. It takes a spark to start a fire.
Yes.
And that's the way I felt. That hopefully this fire will burn and burn and burn.
I thought Bruce Springsteen was always there.
I think it was the way the goal was scored, Davey, because when Dessers manages to get rugby tackled on the halfway line, but leaves it half to Lammers, and he knocks it to Jeffrey, and by the time he crosses it out and it gets whipped back in, we've scored a goal. So we've seen it happen to us in Europe many a time, teams doing that to us, Brighton, quick one-touch football, and they're up the park. Well, similar to the goal we lost. Bidvan gets robbed, loses it where they lost it, and we get punished for it, because that's what happens in Europe. But it was good for us to get an end product at the end, right at the death of the game, I get it. But even just to score that goal at any time in the game, it would have been good, because it was good one-touch football. And that's what we're trying to see in our team, innit?
Correct.
Good passage of play it was, definitely.
When I'll be honest with you, when Jeffrey played the ball wide and it went wide, I thought the chance had gone, if I'm honest.
Tierney had a bad touch, didn't he?
Aye. I thought the chance had gone, but there you go. What do I know, Dave here?
No much.
No, you're spot on, mate. About anything.
No, it was. I honestly did. I jumped up and I was sitting in my room, and I think I don't think I'm alone, but I don't think anybody's seen that coming at all. And we're not renowned the way we've been playing. I mean, many's that, about 5 games, it's 5 draws. So to get that goal at that time, at the end, where all the young Bears were, and anybody else that was at that game supporting the Rangers, it was a marvellous feeling. Marvellous feeling. So long may that continue. And that's what we're looking forward come Saturday, come Tuesday, and come all the rest of the days.
Yeah.
Can I, Ox?
Yes, mate. Of course you can.
I watched Rangers, know how Rangers do the wee programme away days. So it was showing you the game last night, and right away when it panned into the crowd, 2 Drumchapel boys there right away. So well done to them. Well done to all the Bears. Fair play to them. Planes, trains and automobiles to see the Teddy Bears. And they deserved that last minute goal. They deserved it. So they did.
I believe they were there because it's only ground in Europe they're allowed to visit Southside.
That was a wee bit away for the capital, wasn't it?
Aye, fair play to them. Good Bears, Steve, yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, the support that the teams go at, I mean, sometimes they don't deserve it, they really don't, but now's the time for us to stay with them and get behind them and give it a vision. But what a support we've got. I mean, it's a matter of life and death, mate. I mean, if the Teddy Bears don't win, I'm not a bear with a sore head on you. You know, your weekend's ruined. I mean, that's it. That's how it is, and it's the same as Southside. It's the same as all. The Rangers don't win, it's a different weekend you're looking at. No, it's ruined. No, and it matters. Everything matters to us, and I just wish the players would grasp that when they pull that jersey on. It represents everything to us. Everything. Absolutely everything. For my great-granddad right down, every one of us were all blue noses, generations after generations, and we're trying to keep our traditions. And honestly, they don't know how lucky they are pulling on that jersey, because we all as schoolboys all dreamed of doing it. I played football in a close, and I dreamt I was Ali McCoist. No, and they don't know but the fans, they pay their hard-earned cash. They're out working in factories everywhere. They get the dough and they spend some amount of money, and the Teddy Bears got to see them. I just wish sometimes they would put a wee bit more effort in and understand us a wee bit better.
Aye, especially in this climate, Stevie, you know, the support is magnificent, you know, and listen, I understand fully that I'm going to use the word negativity. I don't think it is that. I just think it's a hangover for last season, because, again, I feel the pain myself, you know, and you're right, we do suffer when there's results, you know, and listen, we've talked off air Southside long and hard about some of the things that we maybe don't portray on here.
Aye, listen, the whole support, the whole Rangers support worldwide wants same as we want. They want to be the best and make sure that we win every week, and that's the thing at our club that drives it, and that's why we've got all the trophies in the trophy room, you know. As Stevie talks about the heritage of the club, the traditions, right through to what it means to pull on that jersey and what it means to each and every individual supporter. You know, the pressure comes with it. That they'll know experience where they've been before, and other teams will say, we get the same pressure. I heard Clement saying it regarding Bruges, but nah, I don't get it. I'm not having that one. They might have a desire to win for here and there, but we've been brought up to it's win, no matter what, and we've had to go through the hard times and take the pain. But now we're striving to make sure that we can get this league title back and get winning. And we know there's going to be a wee bit of pain maybe now and again with results here and there. We might have to take a draw here or there as he tries to build the team, because he has to make sure it tries to win every week as he's building it. So we know what's at stake, and we just hope that come Saturday we'll see the team click into a bit better play, bit better, and get that result that matters. And then we just carry it on, and hopefully we'll get into the next round of Europe. And if we get into the Champions League, it'll sicken them right across the city. as it did probably when they were all sitting there thought they were getting their couping up last night, no? Till CD9 sticks a ball in it, because I've certainly seen a few faces that they weren't happy. Said, well, I'm not tell you what I tell them, what I said to them, but aye, so I know it's second game and all, so aye, we want to get into the Champions League. Are we ready? No, but who cares? No, it's about getting the finances that will get better players in, and it gets our turnover up, which can get us to get better players in the door. And if it's the Europa League, it'll be the Europa League. But either way, we're in Europe, but hopefully we'll put a dent into them and we'll manage to get into the group stages of the Champions League, and we'll win a higher pot than them and all, which will even be better. So we deserve to get in it, because we've done all the hard work over the last number of years to get there, and we went in that season full of injuries and no centre backs and whatever else happened. So we want to get back in it again, regardless whether we're ready or not, because we are Rangers.
Can I just tell you, we've had some feedback in the cocktail already, and if you put some grenadine sugar around the glass and I have it in a tall glass, it's absolutely superb. Southside Stevie.
Next to me telling us they'll be putting a light to it and blowing it out and drinking it. Like the old take.
Can I just change the subject just quickly? Listen, Old School Blue, who's a big part of the show. Some people who met him and some people have spoke to him. Without him and Old Fox, there wouldn't be a show. So unfortunately, Old School Blues, most one I remember is his family. And they mocking the name here. His name is Terry McCann, a relative of Old School Blue. All the regards to everybody at Rangers Radio, go to Isabella, Robert and Craig, who are cousins who are Old School Blue, and it's difficult for anybody to lose any relations, and I know we all get to go through that path, but my thoughts away Old School Blue and his family in this difficult time. Listen, Davey, always a pleasure to have you on, mate. Look, when we take you out, we'll let you have a couple of cocktails just to try, mate, yeah?
You're the one.
No, I don't think my bum could take it. No, it's been marvellous being on tonight, guys. But I have a great saying in life, and I'll stick by it. It is, no one likes us, we don't care, and that's the bottom line is. And you finish with, the cry was no surrender, and we will always be that way inclined. So thanks for taking the call, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to the two boys and yourself.
Yes,
so
mate.
Stay safe, guys, and God bless.
Cheers, mate. Always good to hear from you. Stevie.
Oh, Davey's brilliant, and the old Davey's tremendous, man. Brilliant night. Brilliant. My wingman joined the debate. I'm looking forward to the wee punt that we've put on. 5 games now, no more. And there will be a bottle of vodka getting handed down, not a litre, a bottle. That was up. So, brilliant wee night, good debate. Thanks for all day be phoning in. And let's take the positive for last night into Saturday. Come on, the Glasgow Rangers. We support you evermore.
Southside.
It's getting cheap into Ox. Well, downgrading it to a bottle, you know. But anyway.
Just for the record, that is Grey Goose we're talking to you. We're not talking grants or anything, are we?
No, not at all. He knows I can't have grants.
Right,
no.
Okay. Carry on, mate.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed the night. Good topics, good debate, mate, as always. I take it I've been trounced in the polls, but that doesn't matter. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed the night. It's good to be on my big mucker, as always. Enjoy a Wednesday with the begin. And hopefully we'll roll on to Saturday and pick up the 3 points, get a good display. Hopefully Hampden will be relatively full and bouncing for the team coming out, and we'll get a good result, and we'll take on there the Tuesday night and do the same. So thanks for having us on, and always what?
Follow, mate.
Yep. One team, one crown.
Yes. Yeah. Talk's cheap, mate. Follow.
Yep.
Listen, thanks to Old Davey for joining us. A special thanks to Fox and our Old School Blue for doing the show tonight. A big shout out to the two boys. Always a great laugh. And sometimes, Stevie, we just don't know where we're going to go, do we?
Definitely don't, mate. We definitely don't. We've been everywhere. We've been Poland, Spirits, Motherwell, Hampden. We've been everywhere. Anyway, fantastic. And you're totally right. Unscripted. Doesn't cost the Bears a penny. Great wee platform. The big station serving the nation.
Right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Rangers Radio will be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10. Talking about all things Rangers. Take it away. Old school blue.